We've just got a magic group of people together that are examining issues from very different backgrounds and with different ideas. Core themes are coming together which are just incredibly important and incredibly exciting.
I've always been kind of interested in the experiences of people at the harder end of decision making. So people who are vulnerable, people who lack capacity perhaps, people who other people are making decisions about.
It's where the is happens. This is where ethical life happens. It's the ethical space. And it's those small things that are very important and are meaningful to the public and to the patients and to professionals.
Part of what it is to be a professional is the capacity to reflect on the difficulty, so where there aren't simple right or wrong answers, and often we find uncertainty and error and a sense of confusion and not being sure that we know exactly what the right thing to do is.
The demand for healthcare is always going to grow, and the availability of healthcare is never going to quite meet that demand. The big ethical dilemmas are about where the compromises are appropriate and where actually we may be compromising that stage too far.
I think that those ethics get tested and discussed all the time. I think they're ever present, and the challenge mostly is about how you hear people around the table and ensure that those voices are represented in the way that you take things forward.
They're so ingrained within every interaction we have with people in the hospital that you almost don't think of them as everyday ethics. But the decisions that we make and the responsibilities we have at work are vitally and fundamentally important. It can be very overwhelming entering the healthcare profession. Certainly there's very established hierarchies that are already in place.
We seem to have such grit and determination and such buoyancy and such creativity.
It's hearing different people's perspective and takes on ethical issues that we think about and talk about a lot. But somebody will come out with something like, what about this? Or have we thought about it from another perspective? That's where the real juice is. That's what's important.
I think it's really important that we make it safe for people to discuss where they think they might have gone wrong in a non-threatening environment, and that's definitely something I'm really thinking more about. I think conferences like this are a really valuable thing because there's not enough of them.
In 6 weeks' time we'll have an open house invitation to see what we pick up from this and how we can move it forward so that people who are in practice today can also benefit in some way from the good fortune of us lot being here today. So the last one was utterly brilliant. We started to get our ideas together, but today's been, that's just surpassed all my hopes and expectations.